Yo, what's good? It's your boy Derek Branch here, Saint Discussions on Strike 7 Sports. In today's video, I want to talk about the recent rumors of Marshon Lattimore being traded away from the New Orleans Saints. So I'm gonna go ahead and recap how this even came about. A few days ago, there was an article published on ESPN Plus, ESPN.com, their paid portion of the website where you get to see articles if you pay a subscription fee to read. And it was just talking about NFL, trades and the draft and things like that. Things about pretty much was the buzz circling around the NFL Combine. And Jeremy Fowler, NFL insider for ESPN, mentioned that several teams will be interested in making the move for Marshon Lattimore. And of course, the aggregate accounts, the JPA footballs, the Dole Climbings, MLF football, all ran with that and, made a post about Marshon Lattimore being up for trade. So, typical people responded, the usual suspects out there, had to, chime in and kind of push back on that rumor that came out. But I'll say this though, man. The Saints better have a viable plan in place if you decide to trade Marshon Lattimore. You better have a plan in place, man. A really good plan, because cornerback, that's a position that's at a premium right now. Cornerback, wide receiver, pass rusher, tackle, and quarterback. That defeat the five. I would say that's like five positions you gotta have on your team. And a cornerback, gotta have at least one good cornerback. If you have two, that's great. But you gotta have at least one really good cornerback. And the Saints have one. And then if you're looking at the draft, this year's draft is not. You may be able to find a gem in the first or second round, even the later rounds of the draft. But the cornerback market for this year is not really that good. And I don't think, I just think it would be a bad idea if you decide to trade Lattimore for a bag of chips. You gotta have at least ask for first. The going rate for Marshon Lattimore should be a first. A second round pick. Not a fourth, not a fifth, not a seventh. Third, maybe, but a first or a second round pick. More likely, more preferably a first round pick. So, and if you do that, you bring back, are you comfortable with bringing back Isaac Yiadom? You're gonna have to sign if you trade Lattimore, and you gotta move Alontae Taylor from the slot to the outside. So you'll have Alontae Taylor and Paulson Debo as your starting corners. I don't know, man, because last year the Saints secondary, they didn't face really good quarterbacks. And the ones that they faced without Marshon Lattimore, like the Matthew Staffords, the Jared Goffs, he torched them. It tore them apart. So I don't know. I think that's kind of dangerous. Even if you did re-sign Yiadom and kick Taylor back to the outside, I think they still should have to go out to sign a cornerback, like a veteran, like a stopgap corner for at least the next one or two seasons. And a lot of this stuff is based on, some that article that Nick Underhill wrote a few months ago during the season about when they restructure his contract to where he can become tradable. And now I didn't want to trade him now because of the cap situation is too it would be bad on the team's finances if they trade him right now prior to June 1st. So, and they make a trade, it'd be post June 1st, and the compensation will be for next year's draft, not this year. You know what I'm saying? So that don't even make no sense right there. That don't even make sense. You know, you need Dennis Allen's job is on the line. You need players that can help you this year. You need draft picks this year, not next year. Because if you get fired and you make that trade, that pick is going to somebody else. Another head coach is going to have that draft pick to work with, not you. So I don't think it's that bad to where Lattimore has to be traded right now. You know what I'm saying? And some of the things, I'm paraphrasing here, but to summarize that article that I wrote in New Orleans.football, it was about the team not really pleased with his production because because of his availability. He's missed a lot of games the past 2 seasons, and they felt as though the organization, the coaching staff, they felt as though he could have came back if he really wanted to even though despite the severity of those injuries. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Hopefully, Dennis Allen and Marshon Lattimore could, talk about it, let cooler heads prevail, work something out. He comes back next season healthy and ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Because you let him go, that's going to be I'm not sure if the players we have right now can hold it down for a 17-game season at corner. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not like you have a pass rush right now. You don't have a pass rush that can really get after the passer, and force a quarterback to make those costly mistakes. You don't really have that. So now, man, I think it would be a bad idea to trade Marshon Lattimore. And then a first round pick should be the asking price for Marshon Lattimore, first or second. But these picks not gonna help you this year. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not gonna trade him. They're not gonna trade him right now because of the salary cap, because of the money situation. His cap number is too high right now. So, I think it would be foolish overall to actually even consider trading Marshon Lattimore, because you have, I think arguably, I think he's the best player on the team. Like he's one of the top 2 players on his team right now, in my opinion. Top 2 players, one of the best at the position. You see the numbers, you see the metrics, the PFF metrics on him, the grades, all that stuff when he's on the field. The Saints defense is a lot better. It's a really good defense when Marshon Lattimore is in the mix. And when he's not out there, you see the difference. You see the difference in the secondary. You saw that last year, like I said, in the game against the Rams, where Isaac Yiadom got cooked. So I like the fact that you have somebody now, like a reliable backup corner in Isaac Yiadom, to come in and play in certain spots for a certain stretch. But I don't know if that's like a long-term, option. Like when I'm saying long-term, I mean like a 17-game season. Of Alontae Taylor, Paulson Debo, Isaac Yiadom. Can those 3 players hold on those spots for 17 games? So that's why I think if you do make that move, you need to bring somebody in that's reliable, a veteran corner that can still play, still produce at a high level, and, you know, hold it down until you find somebody that's younger, somebody that you're really covered in the draft to make that move. So we'll see how it play out, man. But I don't see Marshon Lattimore going nowhere right now. I really don't see him going nowhere now, and I don't think they're gonna make it will make a lot of sense for them to trade him, you know, post June 1st and get compensation for next year when you trying to make a really big splash for this upcoming season. So I don't think he goes anywhere. All right. So, all right, that's all I have for y'all for right now, man. Give me a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know how you feel. To me, in your opinion, what's the going rate for the asking price for Marshon Lattimore? Also, check out strike7sports.com/Saints Flash content, the One Saints organization. Have a blessed day. Peace. I'm out.